Hi everybody, welcome back to another live showing of the things you can do round about your coffee shop. The last time, the things that we're doing was setting the grinder, very important. This time is how to change your grinding burrs, or you may call them grinding blades. Really important that these are always sharp, they work properly, and not to be too fussy about it, but every 6 months is a good idea. Once again, depending on the volume, when you should be changing your grinding burrs. But before you do anything, it's a very good idea to unplug it. You know, I'm speaking from experience, trust me. So make sure it's unplugged and the plug's out of the road. To actually change your grinding burrs, it takes about 10-15 minutes. All you have to do, first of all, is make sure you have the burrs, grinding blades, that actually fit your grinder, and your supplier should help you in that one. These are the big boys, and they're very, very sharp, and these will revolve inside your grinder around about 1200 revolutions a minute. They're very, very heavy, very, very sharp, so you can imagine machine fingers don't touch them. So that's what we need. As far as tools go, there you go. Couple of screwdrivers, nothing more. It's very, very easy to do, and it's very, very easy to set. What you don't want to happen is your grinder to pack in on a Friday night, especially on a bank holiday weekend, and you can't get hold of an engineer. You know, so getting blockages, this will help blockages, and it'll also show you how to change the burrs and save you a lot of money. The burrs cost 40, 45, 50 pounds. The conical ones, I will admit, they are more expensive. But an engineer's call out, you'll get no change out of 50 quid minimum. And if it was over a weekend, you're going to lose coffee business, you're going to really upset your customers, and the engineer's going to charge you an absolute fortune. And rightly so, because it's their weekend as well. So let's get on with it. Hopper, lift off, exactly the same as before, and put it to the side. Making sure there's no beans in it. In the top here, we have an adjustment ring. Now I've already taken out some of the screws. There's actually 3, so we've got 1 still to come out. We'll take a little screwdriver, pop it in. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll put my glasses on, it makes it better. On we go. Take it off, very, very small screw. Put it into a glass. Don't leave them lying about, because if you're anything like me, they'll be all over the place and you're going to lose them. Back up to our adjustment ring. We're taking out the 3 screws, lift it off. Make sure it's nice and clean, and put it to the side. We're now looking into the serious part of the grinder. We can see our grinding burrs. We've got a spindle that turns. As you can see, it's turning there. That's going to turn an awful lot faster. And we have the part that does all the work. This one here, to make a grind finer, we actually do it anti-clockwise. So to take our burrs out, we do it clockwise. So we're just turning it round. This also gives you a good chance to clean the threads, clean the wall inside the chamber. And it's a bit boring taking this off, but it takes a couple of minutes. Nearly there. Here we go. Off it comes. There's your top bar. You can see, really that should be taking the skin off my finger. It's very, very badly worn. And inside we see the bottom bar, the one that's attached to the motor, and this is the one that spins round, gives it the force, and the one that we've just taken off is the one that we adjust to give us our grind size. Let's take off the grinding bar. Inside the machine we have 3 screws. They're slightly magnetised, so we can take them off. Please believe me guys, put the screws in a safe place. If these screws are a bit tight when you're taking them out, put your screwdriver in, get a hammer or something, whack it just to loosen it off a little bit, and then we take our screw out. I can't emphasise enough, please put them in a safe place. Speak to one of our engineers, he'll tell you all about it. Inside, taking the screwdriver, lifting it out, and we have the partner of the other worn grinding bar. They're totally gone. We then take a screwdriver, we'll put 3 on here. This one. We've actually, through our coffee company, Coffee Direct, do quite a bit of this, and I've seen guys breaking into a sweat just trying to get these screws out. So a little bit of TLC goes a long way. We have an adjustment bar, that should come off. Take it to the side, and as they say, in the west of Scotland, we get 2 knackered burrs. You can't do anything with them, they've got to go in the bin. So if Kevin can come up a bit closer, that's inside your grinding chamber. There's the bit that does all the turning. There's a little exit hole down there. So the best thing to do is get a little hoover or a brush, if I can just find one. And give it a little clean into the dispensing chamber. That's it, job done. All we have to do now is get our new ones, fit them back on, and as you can see, they're dead easy to line up. The other one goes into the chamber itself. Line up our holes. Excuse me a second. There you go. And put our screws back into the holes. And what I'm trying to say is, if I can do this, then anybody who can hold a screwdriver can do it as well. A little bit pernickety because they're magnetised. Screw it in. Do the first one not too tight. Take round our second one. That's 2 done. Take it across, and we'll do the third one. Now remember from the last time, the finer the grind, the slower your coffee will be extracted, and the coarser your grind, the faster it's going to be extracted. How do you know your grinding burrs need changing? Well, you're going to get a funny noise. Your grinder, the walls will start to get warm. It could overheat, and it will cut itself off because of the thermal coupling, which is rather important. And not to mention the fact that 1 minute you're getting a good cup of coffee, and the next minute your grind's all over the place. That's just some of the things that can go wrong when your grinding burrs need changed. Not to mention the fact that you can really damage a £1,000 grinder. You don't want that to happen. If you want to know the other things that can go wrong with your grinder when the grinding burrs do need changed, email me. Quite simple. Send me an email and I will reply back to you. There's about half a dozen things, you know. Is there anything else you want to know about coffee? I don't know all the answers, I admit that. But I do know 1 or 2, you know. So there we go. Nice and tight, all tightened back up again. This is the boring bit. Remember I said the finer the grind, the finer the grind, the slower it's going to come through, and the coarser the grind, the faster. Now this one here, going anti-clockwise would make the grind finer. So it doesn't take a genius that when I put on an adjustment, we do it anti-clockwise, and away it goes. You've got to make sure, I'll just show you this, that those threads and the threads in there, male and female, are clean. Otherwise it's going to jam. you can get a small tub of a lubrication food approved lubricant. You can do the sides and it should go back on nice and smooth. Now I've probably been going for about 10 minutes, give or take, about 10 minutes. It's a 10 to 15, well, it's a 15-minute job. But remember, if you're calling an engineer out, he'll hit you for an hour. Then he'll hit you for the price of the burrs itself. If he's got them, there's that many grinders out there. So it's good to have your own little set. Take it down as far as it goes so it won't turn anymore. This bit's important. It won't turn any further. All you have to do then is take it back roughly half a turn. That'll give you the gap between your top and bottom bar. Excuse me a second. There we go. Line up your holes again. You've got your 3 little screws. There's one. Maybe I've had the right one screwdriver. Oh, blast. There's one. I hate these little things. I think I may have lost a little screwdriver. Wait a minute, it's alright. Okay, this is becoming a bit of a bit. Oh,
Sean says, watch the language.
Watch the language. Get on. First one. This one just doesn't want to go. So if you can zoom in there, we have the whole thing put back together. Make sure you've got the right size screwdriver for that. Makes it so much easier. The whole thing is nice and clean, and all we have to do to see if it works is turn it on. We have power. Push in my start button, and Bob's your uncle. Lovely and smooth. And just to repeat myself from the last time, we put our hopper on. Make sure everything's nice and opened. Grind some coffee, put it onto our machine, then adjust our setting accordingly. So that's it. It takes about 15 minutes. If you're doing the small screws, make sure you've got the right blooming screwdriver. Makes it so much easier. The grinding burrs, once again, chuck them. They can't be used for anything else. So, any questions? I think some people have emailed already. If you get anything at all, especially on the heating part of it, or other things that can go wrong with your grinder, remember it's your money. We're trying to save you money. So, please contact us. And once again, thanks for tuning in. All the best and take care. And life's too short for bad coffee.